Hi, class. For this week's assignment, we were set out to interview three teachers on how they integrate technology in the classroom. So I devised 10 questions for these educators I interviewed through email and phone using the ISTE standards for educators to gauge what kind of technology they utilize and how it impacts their students. So I will summarize the 10 questions and some of the responses I received. So the technologies used in the classroom right now kind of vary based off of budget, subject matter, and just accessibility in general, whether the students have these technologies at home. I can safely say that the large majority of teachers have projectors. They are able to utilize PowerPoint and video. Um, some teachers, if they're tech savvy, have various apps that they have their students use, some Google apps. Um, if you're using science, you might have some virtual dissection videos and apps. Um, and something that I plan on doing based off this assignment is I really want to live stream my classes for absentee students if the school permits so. I think that'd be a great way for students to get caught up or even have something to review in case they get stuck on homework. So, based on this question, the tools and resources that teachers can provide really depend on the budget of the school, as well as what the students already have available, whether it's a tablet or laptop at their disposal in the computer lab, even at home, something they can bring into the class. There are free apps that they can utilize, as well as some subscription based apps, um, which would be really cool if the schools could maybe invest in those or the teacher can invest in those for their students. So for this question, the answer was tablets for all students in the classroom, as well as smart boards and specialty apps for their students. For John, he teaches PE. He would love to have speakers in the gymnasium so he can synchronize music and kind of pump up the kids while they're exercising. He also wants to have um, an interactive projector. So I think what he means is a projector that can be shown on the floor that maybe is touch sensitive, that could interact physically with the students. That would be pretty cool, especially for using physical activities. For little kids, they could do like hopscotch on a digital surface, and maybe it would have a response whenever they touched a certain area of the projection. I think that would be really, really cool. So for this question, a lot of the teachers would use YouTube or other platforms to learn new ways to teach the concept that other instructors might have insights on. So I think this is a great way to use the ISTE standards. So the educator actually is the student in this instance to elevate and evolve their lesson planning. So the checklist that we came up with, the 5 questions. Number one, does this piece of technology enable open-ended or self-directed learning? Two, if the students encounter technical difficulties with this program or piece of technology, does the teacher have a backup plan for this lesson? Is this program piece of technology affordable in the budgetary terms for the school? Is this technology user-friendly, especially for the specific age group? And lastly, does the selected technology deepen the student's understanding of the topic? I plan on implementing all 5 of these for sure in my class. Um, I think that having a standard of why we use technology in the classroom will really engage and help deepen the value of the technology for the students. Since I was unable to find a lesson plan from a teacher that integrated technology and device use, I went on digitalwish.com and found a lesson plan from Heather Fogg. She developed a lesson where students were to research a Californian author and to create a podcast based off of their findings of the author's life, history, and their works. The podcast had them develop a voice as if from the author's point of view, where they would relay all the information of their findings. I thought that this was a very creative way to use technology and modernize a research paper through digital means. The way that I would augment this lesson would be to maybe create a continuous podcast that they could interview other students, friends, teachers on various topics, and to keep this an ongoing part of their lesson instead of making it one giant research paper. The ISTE standards that were developed into this lesson plan went across the board. There's just so many, from learner, leader, collaborator, designer, facilitator. All of these aspects went into this project because it's such a diverse activity. Students not only have to research, but they have to really understand the subject matter and personify it in this lesson. Thank you for watching this video, and continue to use technology in your classroom.